Hey, John Lee Dumas here, the founder and host of EO Fire, and you're listening to the Sonya Paz and the Rockstar Mentor podcast. Professional artist and entrepreneur Sonya Paz will give you that kickstart that you need to rock your art business. She's built her brand solely on her name and popular artwork for the last 20 years. Learn more at rockstarmentor.com and prepare to ignite.
Rockstar Mentor Podcast, Episode 11. Let's do this.
Welcome to the Rockstar Mentor Podcast, the podcast to inspire you and bring the kickstart you need to crush it in the art industry. We'll bring you creative insights, inspiring interviews, valuable resources, and art marketing, along with decades of experience to provide you the strategic approach to unleash your creative talents and rock your inner entrepreneur. Now, your creatively energetic host, Sonya Paz.
Hey everyone, Sonya Paz with the Rockstar Mentor Podcast, and you are tuning into episode 11. I know that I'm always thanking everybody for tuning in and to give you giant virtual hugs over the airways to let you know that I truly appreciate that you are tuning in and listening, and that if you're an artist, that you are getting some value from these podcasts. And I am really enjoying this format and am so excited to be able to help you get your art business in check. So let me start off by letting you know that today's episode is about customer service. And this is a very passionate topic for me because this is such a broad topic, and because it is so passionate for me, we are going to just touch on the basics today and a little bit about customer service. Speaking of customer service, I want to mention to you that our episodes right now are being sponsored by the Brush Guys, who have incredible customer service. Independently owned and operated, Jeff and Dave are rock stars in their own right with getting artists supplied with brushes. I don't want to talk just about average brushes as far as flats and brights and fan and all different kinds of things like that. I'm talking about if you are a makeup artist, they have cosmetic brushes. So check them out at thebrushguys.com. If you would like to save 5% on your order with no minimum required, then simply on the checkout, put in the word Rockstar and you will get an instant 5% off. So if you get a chance to go check them out, please do. Now, I want to delve into the basics of customer service. I don't want to discount anybody out there. You might be saying to yourself, I have excellent customer service. And if you do, and you know it, that's perfect. You are on the right track and you are in the game to make yourself successful in your art business. If this is the case, this is great because I'm just going to reinforce what you already know. And if you are new to this and you're a little timid or you're not quite sure what customer service means or what it really entails, I'm going to just give you some basic tips and techniques and skills on simple things, just on how you talk to a customer or how you interface with somebody online who might be purchasing your product through your online store. Years and years and years ago, I wanted to write a book. I wanted to write a book all about customer service in its day and age, especially customer service in this day and age where it involved online sales. I started researching this and I wanted to reach out to big heads of companies, Walmart, Target, Safeway, Nordstrom's, et cetera, et cetera. And if you have shopped at these different style of stores, then you know that customer service is more prestigious in some retailers than in others. And let me give you an example. First of all, if you go online and you are purchasing things online, you get better customer service online versus having gone into a store and hardly getting a thank you. Every time you order online, you get a big thank you for ordering. Thank you for visiting us. Thank you for checking out. If you enjoyed your shopping experience, here's some other links and other products that you might be interested in. Nordstrom's, Neiman Marcus, and I would say occasionally Macy's are really great about helping you out, looking at you in the eye, and making sure that your customer service experience or your shopping experience was top notch. These retailers spend a lot of time and money to make sure that their sales staff or their sales associates or their wardrobe associates or, whatever title that they have for their sales personnel, they spend a lot of time and money to make sure that they have what it takes to be able to not only close the sale or close the deal, but to make sure that your experience shopping in their establishment has been amazing. When I opened up the galleries back several years ago, about over 10 years ago, my thing was going to be customer service to the top notch. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't really customer service. What people were coming into the gallery for was a shopping experience. Now, they might have come in, browsed, looked around, maybe walked out and not even having to purchase anything. But I will tell you that I trained my staff to acknowledge everyone that came in with a smile and with a greeting. I was pretty strict and I had an expectation because, yeah, it was my name up on the door, up in the lights. But I've been to enough art galleries, I've been to enough retailers that you go in and you don't get acknowledged. Nobody says hi. Nobody greets you as you come in. They ignore you. I don't know why that is. It wasn't like some of these places were so bustling busy that they couldn't have taken a second to reach out. And as the owner of that business and as the proprietor of that gallery or store or specialty boutique or department store, it was their responsibility to make sure that their sales staff was attending to the customer, because without the customer, you don't get paid. And that's the bottom line. I made sure that my staff had documented handbook on what the expectations were. I don't like to do role play. I don't want to train the staff and have them feel uncomfortable with that. But I would tell them how I would like people to be greeted and how important it was for the customer to be able to build a relationship with my sales staff. My sales staff got paid commission. So, of course, if they were doing everything right, which I would say that most of them did, if they were doing everything right, then they are building the relationship, selling a product that they liked and believed in to a customer who either had been there before, who liked and believed in my product and trusted me as an artist and had a relationship with me. But now they were meeting my second hand, my right-hand person while I was not there, to be able to communicate to them about what was new in the gallery, what designs that were new and fresh, what products we had that might have had just come in, or whatever the case is. And if it was somebody new, then it was really important that they educated the customer in a fun and friendly, delightful way, per se, that customer left there, even if they didn't buy anything, they left there feeling as though they had a lot more information about myself as an artist and about them as a salesperson to build a relationship so that that person would come back. Each of my sales staff had their own business card. Each of my sales staff had their own name tag, because I look at this as a family. I looked at as my sales staff and my sales associates were speaking on behalf of me. And it was really important that when the customers would come in, or our clients or collectors, that they felt a sense of no pressure, that they were just getting information, or we could help them in some way with a purchase, whether it was wearable art, jewelry, a poster, originals, pillows, textiles, blah, 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 ceramics, what have you. And I tried to hone in my retail line to accommodate lots of different styles of collector. Now, I don't want to say that some of my sales staff, when they first started out, had bad habits. They were probably not trained in this specific style of environment of a gallery setting prior to working at Sonya Paz Art and Design. I was really passionate about how my sales staff would greet a customer. And there was a lot of science behind this, and there was a lot of research and different books. I read The Science of Shopping and different retailing books on shopping and how people shop by Paco Underhill. If you have an opportunity to get his CDs, DVDs, or his books and read them on shopping and what makes people shop, because if I was to go into this whole thing, it would be about 10 different podcast episodes, and I think he's locked it in. He's the expert. I just adopted and took a lot of the retail components of how people shop and incorporated that into my own business. But one thing that was directly from me that I wanted my staff to be aware of was, and I know whenever I talk about this, people roll their eyes, but I'm going to tell you, it really made a difference. I know today business is very casual, and I know a lot of people go out and they get serviced at a restaurant or whether it's a retailer or a service or what have you. The word guys, hey guys, what's up guys, how you doing guys? Well, I did not find that warranted in the gallery setting. I don't even like it when I go somewhere and we're out to eat and the server comes up, hey guys, what's going on? Well, I'm sorry, but I am not a guy. And my friends that I'm with, we're not guys. Unless, of course, there's men in the group, then, of course, they are quote unquote guys. But I wanted them to get out of that habit of saying that only because, I had a demographic and I had a lot of women coming into the gallery that were, between the ages maybe of 35 to 55. And we had people of all ages. I had collectors from the ages of under 10 to over 80. And there's just, there's not a time and a place to be calling people guy all the time. So they would ask me, well, what do I say or how do I address them? Well, if ladies came in, I would say greetings or, hey, ladies, how are you today? How's your afternoon? If it was a couple, I'd say, hey, folks, what's going on? Or, hey, you two, how are things this afternoon? So glad you came in. Of course, if I did have some guys come in that were, men, I still wouldn't like them addressed as guys. I would say, hey, gentlemen, how was your afternoon? Because for me, and because the way that I wanted people to feel in the customer experience setting at the galleries, or even if it was at my art booth at an art and wine festival, I wanted people to feel as though there was a level of respect. It was a training process for them, but I told them that this kind of greeting and this establishing a rapport with the customers and the clients, it wasn't something that was just going to be pertinent in the Sonya Paz art and design or gallery setting. This was something that they could carry on as they went to other retailers or other businesses or companies or jobs that they would have in the future. And the customer experience is not only just the greeting, it is building the relationship with the person that is coming in. They want to know who you are and what you do in your job, and you got to let them know. The most important thing is look at people in their eye, be sincere, and be patient with them. A lot of customers come in because they just want to look and they're automatically on the defense. Don't sweat it. A good example of this is a couple comes into the store, into this gallery, and you say, hi, folks, how you doing today? Their response, we're just looking. Okay. Well, it's kind of it's a very direct way of saying, we're looking, don't bother us. And I just let that roll off. And I would tell my staff, don't get alarmed. People, sometimes they're looking and they just want to absorb what's going on. Just let them know, no worries. Have a look around. My name is Sonya. If I can answer any questions for you, just holler. It was as easy as that. You've already taken a defenseful person who they're looking and they don't want to be bothered, but just to gradually let them know, not a worry. I'm here if you need anything. If I can assist, just holler or just let me know. Now, the transaction, that's another basic communication that you're having with your customer. And this is your time to shine. This is the time for you, whether you are the artist or whether you have a staff or you're training your staff on this. This is the time for you to shine and let them know a little bit more about the artwork in a subtle way. And you're starting to build a relationship with the person. So it's not just, here, I'm buying 2K chains, a magnet, and a mug. This is the time to spark up a little bit more conversation if you haven't already, and ask them if they've seen the artwork before or if they have seen the product line in the past. And ask them a little bit about where they're from, or are they visiting? Are they local? If they've seen the work before. And to really thank them for stopping in and having a look and being able to take away a little bit of Sonya's art with them on their travels, or, maybe they're buying something for a gift and they've been well aware of the gallery or they've purchased before. There's always just the sincere thank you. And we would always have, I always like to give a little gift with purchase. And this is something that I was really passionate about too. We would make these little pop art magnets that was an extra little gift. And that was something that we would include with most purchases. And it was, and if it was a larger purchase, we had other different things that we would gift to our customer and just let them know, I'm putting this little magnet in this bag for you, just as an extra thank you for stopping in today. Amazing, 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 amazing. I cannot tell you how many people would say, thank you so much. And it was something small, and it's not like it broke our bank or anything like that. Those were made and created specifically for that purpose. And you would think that you were giving the customer $1 million. Okay, maybe not $1 million, but you were giving them an extra thank you. So not only have you said thank you and the sales receipt says thank you, but you're telling them, I really appreciate your coming over today, purchasing these items from me on behalf of the gallery. And here's a thank you. And that is all part of the customer experience. Now, you don't have to make magnets. Maybe you have a postcard that you have some really interesting information on, or something that they could tack up on their corkboard, at their desk, at their work, or on their refrigerator. But if you give them a little takeaway, even if it's a greeting card or something that just shows your gratitude. We've done a meet and greet. We've sold ourselves. We've told a story, and we have concluded a sale. Now, what do? Well, obviously, during that process of making the sale and getting the information from the customer, and of course, asking for their permission to contact them at a later date when we have a VIP event or a gallery opening or announcements on new product, etc. I was building my lists and building my customer base database way back before it was the big thing to do. And that was something that was really gold for me. Now, I know that there's this part of the fortune of the follow-up, and that's going to be in a separate podcast in the future. That is something that I get asked a lot. How do I follow up? What do I say? When do I follow up? Blah, blah, blah. And those are questions, and those are valid concerns, and those are valid details that I'll go into in a future episode. And I'm going to be writing a course about that, so I'll be sure to let you know when. Okay, so we've gotten their information. I've asked their permission. I'm going to contact them when we have events. Now their information is in the database. We are truly thankful for all of our clients and customers. Now, if they have purchased, or if they purchased that day, an artwork or something original or a limited edition, I would write them a handwritten personal thank you from me. And that got mailed within just a couple of days. Yes, this was not an email saying, hey, thanks for purchasing art from me, even though they did get that over the period of time, and of course, but there was nothing more personal than getting a nice card in the mail, thanking them from the bottom of my heart for purchasing an original piece of artwork. Now, that is the ultimate in customer experience. You've kind of captured everything from the meet and greet all the way down to the after purchase, the post-purchase process. And this is super important, everyone. This is what's going to make you the ultimate rock star in your art business. Of course, in any business, you're going to have people come in. They're going to be defensive because maybe they got a gift and they wanted to exchange it for something else or what have you. And I remember distinctly a woman had come in when I was working the gallery, and she had one of our lime green Sonya Paz shopping bags, and she came in and was very defensive from the get-go. I greeted her and asked her how I can help her, and she pulls out this clock that she had gotten as a gift, and she still had all the green tissue paper in there and everything, and she said, I got this clock, but it doesn't go with anything in my house, and I just want to exchange it. I simply took the clock and I set it aside and told her, not a problem. I'm Sonya Paz. I'm the artist. If there's anything I can do or suggest for you, let me know. I'll be happy to help you select something else. And within seconds, her defensive demeanor dissipated, and almost as if she had a sigh of relief on her face. And she said, oh, okay, well, what is the cost of it and what can I exchange it for? And so we went around the gallery. I told a little bit about me, asked her a little bit about herself, and built a bit of a relationship. But most importantly, it wasn't so much I needed to know everything about her, but I wanted her to feel as though her experience coming in, even having to do an exchange, wasn't going to be painful, and that it was okay, and there wasn't going to be a giant drama fest or anything like that. She ended up not only exchanging for something that she liked, but she picked out a few gifts for friends of hers as well. And I don't believe if this had been a different scenario, if she had come in and said, I want to exchange this, and we had started scrutinizing everything about the transaction, it would have been a non-win for either one of us. So that is where the customer service / customer experience facet of this business is critical. And I know all of you are rock stars in your own right, and that you can totally rock this amazing customer service component. Some of you listening might have been in this business a long time and have your own customer service techniques and your plan down and how you deal with things, and the list goes on. I've gotten a few emails from people who are new to this and haven't thought of these things before. So I wanted to be sure to mention all of this and sort of get this out there and remind everyone in a nice, fun, energetic way that it is critical to give the best customer service. And in this day and age, you oftentimes get better customer service shopping online because you get a thank you email, and you get a confirmation again with a thank you. So this is where just letting people know that you appreciate them and that you really just embrace that they've come into your booth, whether you're at a show or if they've come into your gallery setting. Don't assume that they know that you're thankful. You need to individually look people in the eye and let them know that you are so thankful that they purchased your work or your retail product or whatever it is that you're selling, and let them know that you hope to see them again and be genuine about it. Now, at the beginning of this podcast, I mentioned that these are just the basics, and that is exactly what this is just the basics, because this is a huge, 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 huge topic. And it's one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorites, but this is one of my favorites because I believe that I wouldn't have sold as much art. I wouldn't have gotten as many clients. I wouldn't have built so many great relationships and developed friendships in this art industry if I hadn't been sincere and thankful and have kept my customer service skills in check and have paid attention. We will be covering more about customer service in more in-depth topics and different areas of the customer service realm. I'm going to ask everyone if you have any more questions about customer service or anything that I might not have covered today that you would like me to discuss in future episodes, please go to rockstarmentor.com into the contact area and send me a quick note and let me know what that is. Now, it's no secret that I always mention on our main episodes that I always mention a song, and a few of you have wrote in and said that you thought it was really cute and it was really funny. And I only got 1 or 2 people saying, what's the point? Well, the point is that I always I love music, and I like to reference something that you might be able to connect to. And it's going to be something optimistic. So I'm probably not going to reference a song or a title or a verse or something that's dreary and not inspiring. So with this episode is going to be just airing the day after the 4th of July. And I was kind of going through my playlist yet again, because that's what I do a lot. And I found the song Holiday by Madonna. And I thought that would be a nice song to celebrate the holiday, as well as to celebrate your upcoming customer service skills and cool techniques that you're going to be incorporating into your art business. I am so glad that you did tune in again to listen to me, your host, Sonya Paz, with the Rockstar Mentor podcast. And just as a reminder, as you know, or maybe you're new to this podcast, that our podcast airs weekly with a Fan Mail Friday, which is our bonus episode every Friday to get your weekend started. And I would love for you to subscribe, give us a 5-star review on either Google Play, iTunes, or Stitcher Radio. And that only helps us sort of get up there in the ranks with folks like yourself who want to hear and understand and learn more about how to really kick it up a notch to make your art business successful, get more clients, make more sales, and create more art. You can go to rockstarmentor.com and sign up to be part of our VIP newsletter that you'll get information, be on the front lines to receive emails and specials on courses and things like that I've got going on that I'm working on behind the scenes. You can also go onto our website and join our mastermind group. If you are an artist and you want to learn from others and you want to see what's going on, how other people are marketing themselves, what they're doing with their art business or what they're creating that's making them successful, or if you're successful and you want to share that, go on to our rockstarmentor.com website, and under cool tools, you'll see mastermind. Sign up for that and we will add you onto our Facebook page. All you rock stars, I want you to have an amazing rest of the week. You are awesome. I really appreciate your emails and everything that you've written in. It really means a lot. I have been doing this art business a long time, and hearing from you and getting all of your encouragement and amazing emails has been just mind-boggling. I really appreciate it. You are all amazing. Have a great one, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of the week. I will see you here shortly on Fan Mail Friday. Again, Sonya Paz, Rockstar Mentor. Have a good one.